All right, guys, how are we doing today? Today's day number 13 of checking in, grinding until I become a millionaire. These are just my daily check-in videos where I talk about what I'm working on, my goals, how much money I'm making or losing, what's stressing me the fuck out. And so today we're checking in, day number 13. It's cool. We've been, super consistent with it. 13 days of not missing an episode, which is exciting. But it feels like longer. It's only been 2 weeks. I think the saying is that most people drop off of their New Year's resolutions within about 2 weeks, right? It's like that second Friday. But eventually, if you stick to it for a month or so, you just turn it into a habit. And I have a decent workflow right now. It doesn't feel too bad to do these. Like I just came up, turned on the mic, turned on the light, turned on the camera, turned on the switcher, hit start on OBS. My other camera I used to film today, so it's not on there. So we're just using this one camera today, but it literally doesn't matter. So that's what's going on. Today was slammed. Like today was definitely stressful, and woke up early on time, like at 6 again. I went, got coffee with the dog, came back, was able to work on a little bit of stuff. I had a meeting with my assistant at 9, had a meeting with my social media managers at 9:30, and then I had a discovery call at 11 that canceled. Then I had a discovery call at 12 that didn't cancel but can't afford my services. Then I had a discovery call at, was it 12:45? Yeah, it would have been 12:45 that canceled because the main decision maker was too busy. So that didn't happen. And it was like the calendar was like packed, and then it was like cancel. But it worked out. I got to see that girl during like around lunchtime, which is this is the weird thing. Okay, I promise I'm done talking about her after a couple days, I swear. But it was like there's this concept in Principles by Ray Dalio. It's the Black Swan event, and typically it's like in an event that happens in investing or just whatever that is totally unprecedented, unexpected, and it changes the course of everything that follows. Okay, and so the concept of Principles, if I remember right, it's a long time and I'm not an investor, was to look out for these black swan events and capitalize on them. And for some reason it just popped in my head, and I was like, yo, this whole thing is a black swan event. Like, we randomly bumped into each other. We shared like a laugh, whatever. We just kept bumping into each other. There's so many people that I could have bumped into, and it's her all the time. And it's really weird. She doesn't have a dog. Like, I bump into people who walk their dog because I walk my dog. She doesn't. Very weird. And so, it seems kind of like a black swan event. It's totally unprecedented. And it just seems like fate has kind of lined it up. And I don't think I believe in all of that shit, but it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. But so like the whole thing today was like that meeting that I had at 12:45 that canceled gave me the free time to, I think I had to run down to the garage, and then what do you know? I bump into her, and it's like, what is going on? It's so weird. And so anyway, so that happened. Then I had to go get my hair cut. I was kind of late. I guess here in Phoenix, the LA Rams had a game here because of everything that's going on over there. And when I was getting my clothes a couple days ago, the one guy there was like asking the other guys, like, oh, are you ready for the 90,000 people on Monday? And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I figured out, because driving across town, traffic was crazy. Everyone's driving like retards. And it took me off the interstate. It like had me go this weird, like literally through downtown, smack downtown Phoenix. I'm like driving on this 3-lane one-way road right through downtown. I'm like, what is going on? And so then I found out that's what it was. And then I went to film with the client. Then we just ended up talking and not filming. That happens way too often. I need to stop doing that. Then I came back here, ate some food, got a little bit of work done, and went to the gym. And now it's 11:30. I'm going to try and go to bed by 12. Like, I got 2 hours of sleep the night before. I got 3 hours of sleep last night. So 5 hours of sleep the last 2 days. hit the gym at least once, sometimes twice this weekend, and I'm dead. I gotta sleep. And tomorrow and Wednesday are pretty open for me, I think. Shit. Make sure I didn't. I think. Yeah. Let me make sure I didn't schedule anything. Yeah, tomorrow's open, so that's great. That is great. I can get caught up on some stuff. In the business world, in the goals world, one thing that I noticed is it's so easy to get distracted by what everyone else is doing. Like literally right now, I have a tab up on my computer from somebody else's marketing agency that someone that we reached out to on LinkedIn says they sub with, and their prices are way cheaper than my prices. And I don't know how they're doing it. I mean, I could make my prices cheaper for sure, but their offerings are pretty interesting. And so I was looking at that, and then I'm like, oh, well, maybe I could tweak what I do. And then I saw another page from another marketer and what they do, and then another one. And it's like, if I tried to be like all of them, I'd be losing. But it's so easy to get distracted in my business, in your business, and whatever it is. Like, what I think it's important to learn from other people and, test things and find other ways to win. But I also think it's just as important to figure out how to sell what you do better, right? If I zone in and like, okay, well, how do I sell ads better, right? How do I sell ad creation management better than everyone else? Instead of copy them, how do I sell this better, right? How do I make my offering better? And so it's good to look at these other things and have a perspective and an opinion. But like just from the 3 things I saw today, I could get myself into 60 hours of work trying to duplicate different things that they're doing. And that's not a good move. Like that's not a good, it's just not a good way to do things. In my opinion, I think it's better to just get really good at the thing that you do, like really good at the thing that you do, and drown out all the bullshit, all the noise. There's a lot of it out there. So I'm trying to check myself on that, because what I do is and maybe it's just a me problem, but I see somebody who is allegedly winning, right? Are they actually winning? Everyone's fucking lying. But someone who's allegedly winning, and then I'm like, oh, wow, I could do that too. And then I put everything else on hold to try and do this one thing to try and figure it. And I think they call it what is it? It's some kind of continuum where it's like, you start out thinking, okay, this is really easy, right? And then you quickly fall into the valley of despair, like, oh shit, this is not as easy as I thought it was. And then if you stick to it, you climb yourself out. But initially it feels like, wow, this is awesome, this is so fun. And then you learn the whole scope of the project or the strategy, and you're like, oh shit, I don't know how to do APIs. I don't know how to do pixels. I don't know, like whatever it is, you're like, wow, this was a terrible mistake. And I find myself in that trap all the time of like, oh yeah, let me just try this one thing or this other thing, instead of like really figuring out what I do. And like one thing, now here's a 4th thing that I was thinking about is, wouldn't it be cool to be more of a full service agency and say, hey, let's set aside a $300,000 budget and let's go over some goals, and I'll market for you with that budget. Like, here's what it's going to go to. Here's what we're going to create. And that sounds fun. But then it's also like, that's not necessarily maybe what I should be doing, right? If I really want to focus on organic social. I don't know yet, but I don't know. Business is crazy. Business is savage. We're talking about with one of my current clients, one of my past clients who is crushing it. Like, he started with 180 subscribers, 7-year-old channel. He's at 13,000 subscribers now, over 10 million views on YouTube. He's making money from YouTube. And he was like one of my lowest priced clients because he jumped on with me early, like literally one of the cheapest. And he's crushing it. And he texted me at the beginning of the month. It was like, hey, I don't have money for you, so I'm just gonna have to cancel. And I'm like, oh, okay. But he's spending $1,500 a month on ads off of an ad that I created for him and helped him set up and run. So that's kind of fucked up. But it's like, I'm not mad at the dude. That's what business is. Like, figure out how leverage tools, relationships, whatever, figure out how to make more money, cut out the bullshit and make more money. Like, he's clearly seeing a better return from the ads than he is from, the hundreds of thousands of views he's getting every week from the organic content. But, we've got 2 more weeks of posting content, and then he's on his own. We'll see what happens. And I genuinely wish him the best. But the current client was like, dude, that's kind of fucked up. And I'm like, it is what it is. It's business. I don't blame the dude at all, not one single bit. So my goal is $500,000 this year. That's what I want to do in 2025. But I really want to do it for the right reasons. I want to find somebody that, I don't want to find somebody. I want somebody to come into my life that is worth the drive that I have and that deserves all of the things that I want to achieve and share with somebody. Like, think about Conor McGregor's girl. Like, I think the story is she's been with him forever, right? Since way before he became what he is. And I would argue that she fuels him to have that energy and just be unstoppable. And she reaps the benefits of it, right? Like, maybe that's a woman's role, is supporting you to be the best person that you can be so that you can achieve the things that are for the unit, right? Now, there's incredible women that do their own thing, right? Or play a role financially inside of the household. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, I don't know, but I know I feel a lot more powerful when the woman's supportive. And she can have her own job. I don't care. As long as she's supportive and cheering me on, it doesn't matter. But those are the 2 goals. $500,000, just need to add 2 clients a month. And I don't know how to achieve the other one, but when I find out, I will let you guys know. So that is day number 13 of checking in until I become a millionaire. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for day number 14.